Yes, it is party time at Abuja National Stadium. A big day for Nigerian football as they welcome the five-time World Cup champions, Brazil. Glad you could join us today for this international friendly. I am Max Bredos. Nigeria, fresh off a victory over Malawi, which saw them qualify for the African Nations Cup against a Brazilian side on their way to France. Let's look at the starting 11. The keeper, Vincent Enyame, and Kire, Ikpe, Ikong, Orjinta, and Udeze, the West Brom product. Utaka, Okoronkwo, JJ Okocha, the captain, with Lawal and Aije Begane, and Kanu up top. For Brazil, Gida, the AC Milan champion keeper, Belechi, João Lucio, and Kleber in the back. Ronaldinho alongside with Hika Ginho will do the creating. Emerson, Kleber's son, the holding. Gil and Luis Fabiano will be the attacking options up front for Carlos Alberto Pereira. Should be an entertaining match. This was supposed to be a game we were going to see in the '98 World Cup in the quarterfinals. Nigeria stubbed their toe. Brazil are looking to get the revenge from the Olympic Games of '96. A's. Should be an entertaining match. Maybe of the wide open variety as Ronaldinho squares it off to Belletti. And the Villarreal-based right back makes a great run to start things. Udeze loses it over to Luis Fabiano. Popped into the air on the right side. Belletti awaits. Through the legs. Down he goes. Referee a good distance away. Glad you could join us for this international friendly today. I'm Max Bredos. And the first free kick opportunity here for Hika Ginho. Plays it in. Now taken by Enyama. Of the handful of players based here in Nigeria. Really an amazing distribution of nations represented on this Nigerian national team. Guys who play in Italy, England. Certainly you have players in France, Poland, Israel. Quite an impressive little mix. And you figure that'll provide some growth for these players as they bring these different styles together. They play on the club level to the international scene. Lucio, Belletti, now Emerson, Bobby Luciano, Lucio playing at Bayer Leverkusen, part of that World Cup squad. The left side, Kanu. Okocha waiting for it. Kleber's son. Ginho. Fabiano. That is cut short by Orjinta. Two nations that don't play each other all that often. But maybe should. JJ Okocha, who did not play in the match against Malawi, which Nigeria won 4-1 on June the 7th, because he left his passport at home. As you can imagine, the coaches of Nigeria saying, come on, that's JJ Okocha, and the officials of the CAF, the African organizing body, said you got to have your passport, you got to have your documents all squared away, and Okocha made the trip but didn't play. It allowed Christian Ogbodo to slip in, and the Perugia midfielder, did a very good job in his stead. Zagallo. Up by Kleber. One now by Giel. Olafinjana to Enyama. Enyama now a fixturing goal for Nigeria, breaking forward was Utaka. Kanu spreads those long legs of his. Covers a lot of real estate in a hurry. Here's Utaka, who plays in France for Lens. Okocha, who did play in France, former teammate of Ronaldinho, now over at Bolton Wanderers in England, gets it over to Kanu. On the near side, Utaka, put out by Kleber. Only covered by Gida. Perhaps the best penalty stopper in the world right now after his 3 saves against Juventus in the Champions League final. Emerson, Ronaldinho, marked there by Orginta, Belletti, told you about what Brazil are involved in with regards to the Confederations Cup. Nigeria qualifying for the African Nations Cup. They have gotten by Angola and Malawi. Also in that group, Djibouti, who withdrew Group 1 after a victory over Malawi. Nigeria have guaranteed qualifying. There are 13 groups. The 13 group winners qualify along with the best second-place teams only in groups 2 through 9. So, it's going to be a pretty big tournament. Maybe some good sides left out. A big upset over the weekend, the Seychelles defeating Benjamin Mwahurari and Zimbabwe. Uganda had a chance to pretty much guarantee qualification, but losing to Rwanda, it looks like they'll be out of the mix. Okocha. Utaka. Okocha playing very well, as he did, finishing in the English Premier League season. The cross over the head of Ayegbeni. Zagallo. Ilam. Lucio. Emerson. Forward. Emerson, of course, played in German football with Bayer Leverkusen before arriving at Roma, where he's part of a Scudetto winning side. Here's Garba Lawal. There is Carlos Alberto Pereira, back after he was coaching Saudi Arabia during the '98 World Cup. That one lifted up by Ikpe Ikong. wasn't that long ago where everyone knew all the names of the Nigerian players. In addition to the likes of Okocha Kanu, you had the Ikpebas, you had the Taribo Wests. But now it's a new core of players. We all have to readjust. And many of these guys will have to learn the name. A shame that Martins, the Inter of Milan-based player who's out of contract right now, but an extremely dynamic and exciting player, not part of this Nigerian squad. You may have seen him feature that semi-final of the Champions League. He looks like the real McCoy. Over to Belletti. Belletti loves to run up that right flank. Probably one of the most underrated fitness levels in world football. It's Fabiano looking for Angelino, poked away. The last possible minute, I believe it was Okoronkwo. In fact, it's Ojinta. Icajinho to take the set pieces. Valdo was invited to come. He says injury kept him out, so Icajinho gets to don the number 10 jersey. The Sao Paulo-based player, very talented. Does it again. This one left well short, cleared away by Olapinjana. From the back, Belletti, trouble here. Garbalawal, free kick Nigeria. Early days, 0-0 here in Abuja. Well, we told you Nigeria are through to that African Nations tournament. We're actually trailing 8 minutes into Isao Kanyenda. With 4 goals, 2 by Kanu, 2 by Ayegbeni, allowed Nigeria the impressive victory. Okocha. Christian Chukwu, the coach for Nigeria, elated with the progress of the young players, elated with the ever-growing talent pool. A lot of good players left out of the scene. Joseph Yobo, the star defender of Olympique Marseille originally and now playing at Everton and doing a wonderful job for the Merseysiders. Has got some injuries, but otherwise he'd be in the back of this Nigeria defense. So you start mentioning the guys not here, Yobo, Martins. It becomes quite obvious that Nigeria are back on the right track and likely to be participating in the next World Cup and perhaps making a major impact. That ball played through, Kanu. Offside. Time on Heel. Rivaldo out of the starting 11 for the time being for Brazil due to injury. Also out, Brooke Jr. with a lack of fitness. Should make it known that Ronaldo wanted to come over to play in this game, but you actually have to question both sides of his commitment there. He wanted to come. Real Madrid said no. Real Madrid are involved in a dogfight for the Spanish titles. Real Sociedad 1 point ahead of them with 2 rounds to go. Really, Ronaldo maybe has to tighten the belt there and say, I'm going to play for club here. They need me much more than the Brazilians do in an international friendly. And again, some questions as to the character of Ronaldo raised. And I will raise them. Nwankwo Kanu wearing the number 4 shirt. I'm not sure why. There's been a mix-up in the shirts. Initially, Ikong was going to wear the 4, Kanu the 11. Kanu then said was going to wear the number 8. We'll get to the bottom of it, folks, I assure you. Gida not seeing any action, trying to keep as warm as possible as his side thrust forward on a free kick opportunity. We're a quarter of an hour here at the Abuja National Stadium. Belletti. Back just in the nick of time by Lucio. Luis Fabiano, Ronaldinho. Gil, the Corinthian striker, Ronaldinho. Trouble. Referee right there. Ronaldinho perseveres. Finds Ronaldinho. Poked away from behind by Ikong. Gets it up to Okocha. Okocha leading the charge. Here comes Emerson. Can't put the fire out. Goes on to the left side where Garbalawal awaits. Udeze tries to turn it on, but Belletti very quick. Belletti playing at Villarreal. We got a good chance to look at him here this year. Really one of their best weapons. Ronaldinho. Lucio. Belletti. Kleberson. Belletti. Back to Kleberson. Ronaldinho. Well organized by Nigeria. They close the gaps in a hurry. Here's Kanu. Utaka through, and I believe he's going to get the first corner kick of the match. Far post. There was Kanu rising high for that one. No problem whatsoever for Gida. A nice pace to the match. We've seen some good efforts, both on counterattacks. It's a good, healthy pace to the match right now. It's a pretty exciting midfield. Kleberson. Ronaldinho, does he give it a go this time? Oh, he just skims it off the right foot, and it slows in front for Kleberson. Oh, he had some spin on that one. And it will be a corner here. The first for Brazil. As we look at the 51-year-old Christian Chukwu in his 10th match in charge for Nigeria. Former international in his own right. Ronaldinho. And Nigeria will get a free kick. Trying to escape there was Okocha. Utaka. Okocha. Brazil have it, but a tricky ball. Work to be done for Belletti. And foul by Garba Lawal, who used to play at Vitesse Arnhem. Now played in Bulgaria, further emphasizing the point of how these Nigerian players are popping up everywhere. Cold climate, warm climate, west, east. Zagallo offside. He is joined by club teammate Luis Fabiano in the starting 11, both for Sao Paulo. Utaka. His cross coming in, played back by Ayegbeni. And the shot by Kanu. Kanu based with Arsenal in England. Kleberson. Time it was intended for Ronaldinho off the foot of Gil. No score, but goals may be on their way. There's certainly indications that we may see them. Neither keeper forced to make a save, but both teams toying around the 18-yard box. Austin Okocha. Here's for Nkire. Okocha's cross. Free kick to be taken by Utaka. Okocha. He's got to be frothing at the mouth after missing that Malawi match and forcing to make the trip and not play, which has got to be even more frustrating. Good tackle on the back that time by Kleber. Ronaldinho running the channels. Tricky play here for Orjinta. He clears it away. Up in the air is Okoronkwo. Nigeria getting their touches in. Kleberson onto the right side. Belletti turns it up, pins the ears back. Off he goes. Has a bit of a cushion. Ifeanyi Udeze closed it quickly. Belletti looking very dangerous. Zagallo cuts it back, does a little samba with the ball. Emerson loses it. Econ to Utaka. Looking for Ayegbeni. Back to Kanu. Ran around Lucio. He does. Here comes help. Here's the whistle. Free kick, Nigeria. Kanu, the hero of that meeting between Nigeria and Brazil in the '96 Olympics. He did the tea kettle celebration. One hand on the hip, the other extended out. I don't know what it was exactly, but that's what it looked like to me. Free kick opportunity. We all know what J.J. Okocha is capable of, and he's on the ball. He's not as young as he once was, but when you look back at the recent history of soccer, and you look at the greatest goals ever, he has a few in there. Blasts it through and just misses the far post. And boy, we were surprised that time. It turned out it was Romanos Orjinta stepping up to take the free kick. One in the air by Luis Fabiano. Here's Ojinta, the man who just took that free kick. Udeze. Okocha. Ronaldinho clipping at his heels, former teammates, and they did not get along all that well at Paris Saint-Germain. Okocha left the club. It looks like Ronaldinho will be leaving this season. Look back. Okocha, almost onside, late getting there. You saw Belletti charging to force the trap on Udeze. And it just did work. Wow, that is a tough call. So Lucio taking a step back just as the ball was delivered. Luciano, Kleber, Gagino, Kleber, lobs it. Oh, great ball! Luis Fabiano unable to control it. Oh, a terrible clearance. Luis Fabiano picks it up, but stepping in the path of that one, Isaac Okoronkwo. I'll try that again. Okoronkwo. Emerson. Ronaldinho. Belletti. Nicely tucked back in. And Brazil looking dangerous there. Nothing comes of it, but a nice little run by Gil. We'd like to welcome my Nigerian audience to this broadcast, including my good Nigerian friend Obi, tuning in. Doesn't miss a Nigerian fixture, especially if it's available for you guys on pay-per-view. Big fixture here for Nigeria as they look to pick up another scalp. We told you about that horrible loss to Denmark. Just shell-shocked Nigeria, losing to Brian Laudrup, who was in the twilight of his career, and that Danish side. Nigeria also made a huge impact in USA '94 in that extremely difficult group that also provided the semi-finalist Bulgaria. And Kide, stopped by Emerson, but right into the path of Kanu. Kanu turning, and Emerson responds well. Still has some work to do. We'll play it out. In that '94 World Cup, Nigeria had Italy on the ropes. Italy would reach the final, remember. I think they were down to 10 men, and then Roberto Baggio at the death, pulling the Italians through. It looked like they were at the point of no return. I think it was Gianfranco Zola who was red carded in that match, but Italy perseveres and advanced. Unfortunately, at the other end was a very disappointed Nigeria side, who may have not ever recovered from that yet. Now with this new legion of young players, get those World Cup memories behind them and build some new ones. It's the African nation everyone's talking about these days, Senegal, who almost were a semi-finalist in the 2002 World Cup, losing to Turkey. Okocha, oh, it was right there. Udeze finished the season at West Bromwich Albion. Lucio. I tell you, between Lucio and Kanu, you have guys that could probably work for the Rockettes at Radio Music City Hall. Both very long-legged. We see Kanu down. Back up again. Gida will get the ball in play. Belletti. Kleberson. Atletico Paranaense. Ekong knocking that one out. Ekong has had some injury problems. Close to 100% for today's match. Ooh, and that was way up there. That challenge. Bobby Luciano. We're at the half-hour mark. No score here at the Abuja National Stadium between Nigeria and Brazil. A friendly, long time coming. Icon. Lawal. Udeze. By will gets the cross in, and rarely do you see Brazil playing it that close to the hip, really. Nigeria with another corner kick, and surprisingly this time it's Icon. And why not, as he almost found Kanu. Udeze. All by himself, the other end is Gil. My apologies, Luis Fabiano. It's tangled up there. Okocha. Kanu. Ayegbeni not doing much thus far. I'd like to see a little bit more out of him. Plays for Portsmouth now in the English Premier League. Fortunate, we have to try and get him involved a little more. He gets caught with the ball that time. Help from Icon. Udeze keeps it alive. Lawal. Brazil out of sync right now. Unable to clear it on a couple occasions here. Okocha! There we are. He really smashes those. Exhibit A. Had a great line on it, but tough to get around Gida, who saved. I tell you, he's a penalty save expert. Made a save in that 1986-96 Atlanta games. Yes, Gida was the keeper for the Brazilian side on the day, so you know maybe somewhere in the back of his mind he's looking for a little revenge. Especially now that he's on top of the world, he wants to cross the T's, dot the I's, and make sure everything is copacetic as Ronaldinho cuts in. Sometimes you figure it's time to shoot, but he keeps looking for one of his forwards inside. And Carlos Alberto Pereira not looking like a very happy coach. Lawal. Juan. Icajinho. Near side ball for Kleber. Icajinho, great control, gets behind Okocha. What a great ball inside for Gil. 1-0 Brazil at the 34th. Icajinho, the creator. Gil, the finisher. And that's what you call jogo bonito. It was Nkide, the defender, who just couldn't decide what to do with Gil. Onside ball by Icajinho, a little tug there. He decides to withdraw, but a great finish nonetheless from the Corinthian striker. Emerson. And it comes up to the goal scorer, Ronaldinho. Kleberson, Belletti. Ronaldinho. Kleberson. Zagallo again! Flags up. Well, Zagallo and Ronaldinho, the Ginho clan in the back, starting to weave their magic and setting up the forwards. The formation for Brazil, it's the 4 defenders. Belletti on the right, Juan and Lucio in the middle, Kleber on the left, the midfield, Kleberson and Emerson, the 2 holding, and Zagallo and Ronaldinho creating on both flanks with Gil and Fabiano up front. It affords a lot of space with Ronaldinho and Zagallo, and when you have 2 very good defensive midfielders behind you like Kleberson and Emerson, then all of a sudden you can take a few chances and you have a little more liberty. And they're enjoying that. They have the 1-0 advantage. Okoronkwo. Utaka. Kanu. Ayegbeni. Ekong. Ekong, we had a little bit of a window. He still does, but looks with the cross. Nice run from Ekong, showing that his fitness has returned. Belletti. Kleber. My apologies, Juan. No, Zagallo. Brought down by Ronaldinho. Belletti around him. His cross, oh, perfect! 2-0! Luis Fabiano! Brazil in control! And the Jogo Bonito illustrated perfectly. What a cross from Belletti. Look at this one. Just perfect weight on it. And between the 2 defenders, over the keeper. And now both strikers with a goal for Brazil. What a cross. It could not have been any better. And Brazil just continue to chug right along. No speed bumps in the road. Every time it looks like maybe their reign in world football may be coming to an end. Wham, wham. And Kide, Nigeria up against it. This is not the result they're looking for, I can assure you. They need to get involved here and need to make this competitive. It really appears also in this day of congested soccer calendars where players need rest, it looks like even the big players like Ronaldinho just love donning the national team jersey regardless of where they have to go and how much vacation they have to miss out. Well, Ronaldinho. Certainly a foul there. Play on, says Alex Corte. Here they come again. Gil, the cross by Kleber. Well, Gil and Luis Fabiano, the 2 strikers, making their debut for Brazil today. Their first caps. What an impact. They get their first goals. 40th minute, goals by Gil and Luis Fabiano. And Brazil in front, 2-0. Hikaginho. Oh, Brazil just really flourishing right now. Playing with confidence. Okocha with his first touch in some time. Lawal. Kanu. Hemmed in there. And play it back to Efanio Udeze. Nowhere to go. Usaka finds Okocha. They look for the chink in the armor, but it's easier said than done. Ekong, not a bad cross. There's Belechi to clear it away. Off the side of the chest of Ekong, it will be a Brazil throw. Gita looking for some action. Well, there's a man they call the chairman, who believes future is very bright for Nigerian football. I agree with him. But a little minor setback going on right now. He also quoted by saying Nigerians only have to be patient. Be patient with this young squad. Hopefully he has that time to develop these young players. They're getting a valuable lesson right now. The bench for Nigeria: Ejide, Olopinjana, Olojen Besi, Worgu, Makwegbu, and finally Ifeanyi Ekwueme, who plays in Poland. Space for a moment that time was Ayegbeni. Cleared away. Enyama. The bench for Brazil: Fabio Luciano, Viato, Juju, Guado Costa, Carlos Adriano, and strikers Adriano and Iliano. Ekong. He's looked dangerous on the right side. Now joined by Nkire. Skips back to Orjinta. His cross. That's Ayegbeni onside, but kind of got lost in his efforts to get onto an onside position. Belechi. Lucio. Not the scoreline the chairman had envisioned. Belechi again doing a wonderful job. Is he the heir apparent to Cafu? Usaka. There is some space for Udeze. Yakubu Ayegbeni, a rare touch for him. Okocha. He has a high percentile of connecting his passes to his targets. Oh, nice move there by Ekong. Not a good run by Ekong, but the cross is not there yet. Cleverson. Belechi. Ronaldinho drew out some defenders, gets it up to Hikaginho. Now Belechi. And offside on, like it could have been Cleverson. It was the final minute of the first 45. Yeah, legs getting entangled with Isaac Okoronkwo. Lawal. The 1-2 with Ayegbeni. His cross, left short, no problem for Juan. Again, a higher cross. Overcooked it. Down by Kleber. Gil. Gil and Luis Babiano, along with the Santos duo, who would probably be here as well, if not for the fact they have a big Libertadores match coming up. The next group of amazing talent from Brazil. If you haven't seen Santos, to see Diego and Robinho. Diego, who's just 17. Those two guys certainly in the foreseeable future will be part of the national team scheme, headed out by Lucio. They have a second leg match against Nacional of Medellin. Everyone in South America anticipating perhaps a Santos Boca Juniors final. That cross goes over Canu's head. In the Libertadores, of course, Santos, the former club of Pele. Boca Juniors, the former club of Diego Armando Maradona. But don't discount the Colombians, I tell you. Independiente of Medellin and America of Cali, the other semi-finalists, both with pretty good chances of reaching that Libertadores final. I heard 3 minutes of stoppage time will be added. We're 1:20 into it. Headed away by Brazil. Nigeria making some headway on the right side, but the cross is just not helping their efforts. Ronaldinho. Kleber's son, Belechi. Nicajinho. Kleber. Emerson. And back again. Up the left side. Gil. Nicajinho. I just love what the number 10 and number 7, the Inyo Express, have done for Brazil in that midfield. And this guy too, Belechi. 2 minutes done. They got to close up on him. Udeze marking him. Emerson. And it'll be 2 minutes and a few seconds in the end. Brazil, 2 goals late on in the first half, have taken control of the proceedings, and Nigeria leaving with head down will have to find some inspiration to take advantage of this fixture. The halftime score, Nigeria 0, Brazil 2. An international friendly between powers in South America and Africa. Perhaps their biggest power of each. We'll update you with changes. Certainly Carlos Alberto Pereira, with the Confederations Cup looming, will make changes trying to see what he has. Nigeria will see if those changes occur too, and there is one on the way. Looks like a change for Yakubu Ayegbeni. You're underway. Nigeria in the green. Udeze. Okocha comes back to help the defense. Ronaldinho. Nicajinho. Tighter marking this time, but there's the whistle and the foul on Nkide. Glad you could join us for the international friendly today. I'm Max Bredos. Glad you could join us to see Nigeria take on Brazil. Brazil with the upper hand thus far. 2-0 cushion. That ball ends up well wide for Ikong, who's found space on the right side with some frequency. He may have done it again. Nicajinho gets a piece of it. Okocha. They've kept him a safe distance away from the goal for the most part. He did well there. Ikong. Now they've loosened it up. Utaka. Headed out by Lucio. There was Ojinta. Couldn't find Ifeanyi Udeze. Belechi. Kleber-Son. One thing under question perhaps is Nigeria's poor history of preparation for matches, stemming from the unfortunate player passport fallout from Okocha, where he didn't have the passport when they were about to take on Malawi. Fortunately, these preparations for matches, and really it wasn't Okocha's fault so much as it was for the officials of the Nigerian national team. In '91, in a Nations Cup qualifiers, this slipped through. The Eagles' playing shorts were forgotten at their Ota hotel camp, some 50 kilometers from Lagos, which was the venue of the match. In '96, Nigerian officials forgot passports of the under-17 team in Lagos, as the players filed out to take on the Benin Republic in a World Cup qualifying match in Ibadan. That ball for Luis Fabiano, one of the goal scorers. The Beninois were eventually awarded the match. Kleber-Son of Atletico Paranense, who was tripped up from behind by Garba Lawal. Brazil will keep possession. Well, the '96, the Beninois were eventually awarded the match. Nigerians expelled from the competition, technical grounds. It really is something they have to smooth out in order for Nigeria to start making that impact. There was a good touch by Ikong. Ends up with Jida. There was a nice ball up the left flank from Kleber. Early goings here in half number 2. Yield. Just in front of Belechi came Ifeanyi Udeze. Belechi playing at Villarreal. His team has guaranteed survival in La Liga after cutting it close for most of the year. Very exciting flank defender system with Belechi on the right and Rodolfo Arrua Morena, the Argentine, on the left. Jida. Nice ball to the near side. Kleber-Son's cross. Is it 3-0? Almost. Give credit to the retreating defense of Isaac Okoronkwo to deny Luis Fabiano. There is Okoronkwo, the number 5. Watch how he got back to make the play. Brazil's corner kick. Ronaldinho. Oh, wide open on the far post. The second header back in. Wow. Well engineered by Brazil. Emerson took the shot. It ended up wide of the far post. Okocha hasn't lost a ball yet today. Utaka. Nigeria in desperate search of a goal. They get the crowd into it. Their hopes back into it. Kanu, where's he been? After the Olympic matches, he has yet to really make some impact on the Nigerian national squad. They thought he was perhaps the next coming of Roger Mila from Africa, but it never came to be. Taken by Emerson. Gida. Icajinho, Ronaldinho, Kleberson. The left side comes Kleber, but it's won first by Gil. Icajinho. Ronaldinho. Belechi weaving in and out. The cross wasn't good, but boy, Brazil are, I guess you could say, the players out there who weren't so familiar with each other coming in have developed that familiarity, and they are really cruising along now, taking risks, but doing them accordingly and effectively. Icajinho donning the number 10. Emerson. Juan. Left it short, taken by Ekong. Near side ball for Udeze. Will they find space? The Brazilian defense has been outstanding. The midfield has operated pretty smoothly for Nigeria. It's just when they get up top to the strikers that everything falls apart. Now Brazil are finding space. That ball for Ronaldinho. Back comes Ojinta. Ronaldinho, does he shoot it this time? Oh, he skips through. Ronaldinho! Cleared off the line by Okocha. He paid for it, but an outstanding defensive play. And that gets the crowd in Nigeria buzzing. I don't know if they're buzzing because of the defensive play or that run by Ronaldinho, which was absolutely breathtaking. Look at that. Finds the space, the chip, it's going in goal. Knocked out by Okocha at the end. What a sequence. He has really thrust himself into the spotlight and had become the heir apparent perhaps to the Brazilian soccer scene. You don't have many years to enjoy it really with the youth coming up at such an amazing pace. But after having the World Cup, he had that memorable goal that got Brazil past England in the quarterfinals that probably still burns a hole in the head of David Seaman when he thinks about it. He has arrived. I tell you what, there were some other players at the same time getting all those reviews that have not arrived. Janilson really comes to mind. He is languishing. This kid worked hard. He had all the pressure in the world on his shoulders, but he's persevered and now become a major player. Nigeria, Udeze. That ball coming up on the near side to Lawal. His cross just offline. Okocha. Oh, weaving around. And it'll be a goal kick. Nice defending by Kleber. Okocha. Nigeria keep it in. Udeze. That's Lawal, Bulgarian-based midfielder. Okocha slips that ball in. The header had a lot behind it, but it's wide of the far post. Some of the header of Ekong. Chukwu's bench getting busy. They've already brought in Christian Obodo, the man who took the place of Okocha in that African Nations qualifier in Malawi. He did an outstanding job. Here he is. He's based in Italy with Perugia. But that ball to an offside. Nwankwo Kanu. And not even close. Not even close. Gajinho. Emerson. Check it. Kleberson. Now Lucio. Malechi, who also played with Sao Paulo before moving to Spain. Gajinho. Kleberson. Malechi, that's stopped by Orjinta. Malechi keeps it in. Lucio. Breaking forward, Obodo. The future of the number 10 jersey of Nigeria right here. Obodo to the present and past number 10, Okocha, skimming off the foot of Kanu. Nigeria showing some life here at the hour mark. Intercepted Okocha. Ronaldinho tries to win it back. Okocha really laboring, doing well there. Job well done, man. And Kide ends up with Brazil. Ronaldinho. Kleber over to Gil. Icajinho. Luis Fabiano. Marked there by Okoronkwo. Juan. Emerson. Malechi. Kleberson. Brazil not missing any connection. Every pass finding its target. Till then, Okocha. Brazil will just take over right again. Okocha holding it maybe a split second too long. Balechi hacked down there by Utaka. Both players down. It was an awkward landing for the Nigerian midfielder. He may have taken the worst of it. Utaka, the first player booked in the match. Ronaldinho just had a great chance. He'll get another chance for his side right in front, 23 yards away. That time the foul by Udeze. Now the organizing from Vincent Enyama, who has not seen much action, just beaten by the 2 goals. I don't think he's had to make a save in today's match. Left footer is Icajinho, right feeder Ronaldinho. Pick your poison. If you're Enyama, it's Ronaldinho. He goes over the crossbar. On the right side, Ekong. Does he get by Kleber this time? Ekong. 2 defenders to deal with. He didn't have any help in the pocket behind him. Udeze. Okocha, Obodo, Lawal, Okocha, formerly of Eintracht Frankfurt at one point. He's played in Germany, France, England, Italy. He's had a wonderful football journey, and it's coming to an end. Still involved in the national team scene and playing in the Premiership. No foul there. Quickly Okocha. Kanu. Oh, he got helped out by the defender. There was too much on it, but the deflection it took off Lucio almost let it fall for Obodo. Balechi not looking well there. Gil, Kleber, Icajinho. And the tackle on the far side by Nkide. Actually, again, at the very busy Isaac Okoronkwo. It will be a corner kick for Brazil. Good tackle, though. Nigeria very busy, but they don't look in sync just far. Remember, African nations qualifying at the end of May. They played Cameroon, beating them 3-0 in a 4-nation tournament in Lagos. And the flag, or the whistle blown, Lucio offside. All the goals came in extra time in that victory over Cameroon by Captain Joseph Yobo, who's the captain when Okocha not around. Hayek Beni and Ahmed Garba Yaro Yaro. after the Lions of the indomitable Lions of Cameroon were down to 9 men. Advantage was played to Brazil off a handball from Nigeria. Here comes Kleber. He gives it to Utaka, who almost lost it right back. Utaka. The Racing Club of Lens on their books currently. Doesn't get the playing time he would like with the French club. Only one international goal thus far. Okocha. Nice job of eluding the young man, Luis Fabiano. He's lost him now. The cross comes in. Oh, the turn and fire from Ikong. He looks the dangerous type, doesn't he? Maybe Nigeria's best player today. But the natives are restless. They want a goal. They want cohesive football. And Christian Chukwu knows his job won't become easier with this result if it stays the way it does or gets worse. Certainly with the success Nigeria have had in international competitions, the rope is short for the national team coach. They need to get the results or risk losing their job. Chukwu, by the way, says he has no doubt that Nigeria can become world champions. And I wouldn't really argue that. They do have a long way to go, but the talent is there. The international experience is being had by these players, going all over the world and bringing that back. But it's a hot seat that Chukwu currently sits on. Played up ahead. Put it out by Kleber's son. Igarginho. Put away by Nkide, who was beaten on the first goal. That ball by Ikong does not get through. Obodo, every time he touches it, they get all up off their seats here in Abuja. That's a dreadful ball that Ronaldinho will win, and now he gets it off to Kleberson in full flight into the Nigeria half. Back to Ronaldinho. Precise ball. Gil. Kleber. Igarginho. We're in the 70th minute here at the Abuja National Stadium. Nigeria 0, Brazil 2. Two late first half goals by the debutants Luis Fabiano and Gil. Still looking awfully tasty right now, as we will have a substitution. Coming in to the match will be Carlo Adriano. Also out is Gil, and in comes Adriano, the Parma striker. So both strikers for Brazil, the two young players coming out, replaced by two just as young strikers. Carlos Adriano, more of a midfielder, but Adriano, out and out strike. Carlo Adriano, by the way, playing Atletico Paranense, which has become a hotbed of football these days. Subs 1 and 2 for Brazil. Nigeria have just made the one. Cutting through the midfield is Obodo. Ronaldinho. Okocha. Oh, nice ball. The meat of the sandwich was Ikong. Obodo, marked by Lucio. He hung firm in that challenge. And Kide doesn't find the target there. Belechi. Okocha. Oh, look at that one. Kanu! Kanu still on his feet. The long legs extended, but he couldn't turn it. The two veterans almost providing a magical moment for Nigeria. Okocha's ball could not be any better. And Kanu almost, look at that, still swinging at it while he's on the deck. Gida with the save. I tell you, some of the balls we've seen today have been precise, pinpoint, accurate. Still not out of the realm of possibility for Nigeria to get something out of this match. They can easily score 2 goals. The way they look now, getting a lot of possession. Nice ball by Udeze. Played it into his path. The cross, not nearly as good. It stays in play, though. Ikong. And Kide. Okocha. Pushing forward, finding space, put out by Lucio. Ends up with Kanu, a handball though. Lead to a Brazilian free kick. On the left side, Carlo Adriano. Could we have a Carlo Adriano combo? Ronaldinho will take this free kick. Seems like such a nice fella, doesn't he? Always with a smile on his face. Doesn't give too much lip to referees. Just out there showing that youthful exuberance. He's still very young. As the third substitution, Eduardo Costa coming in. There's the whistle. Eduardo Costa coming in for Belechi on the right. There's Adriano committing the foul. This is really the Brazil under-21 side with a couple other players mixed in, like Higajinho and Gida. For the most part, these younger players have all played each other, with each other, for Brazil in the last couple of years in the youth ranks. Quite familiar with themselves, and it certainly shows. Lawal. Okocha! Caught by Eduardo Costa, the man who just came in. Now the shot into the side netting from Zagallo. Okocha does such amazing things off the ball with his body. Nigeria getting close. But a nice second half here. In particular, the last 15 minutes have been very profitable for Nigeria. Looks like Sei Olofinjana has also come in for Nigeria. We'll confirm that momentarily. Yes, there he is with ball on foot. He plays it across to Nkide for Obodo Jida. Isaac Okoronkwo busy again. Okocha! He'll get another go, maybe. That one just gets away from Utaka. Well, we saw Eduardo Costa come in. We initially thought it was just to give Eduardo Costa some minutes out there, but now word has it that Melechi had some pain in his right knee, which we saw him grimacing earlier. He persevered, but in the end, no reason to force him. Nope. Kleberson is now going to move to the right back position, and Eduardo Costa into a holding midfield role alongside Emerson. Here's Eduardo Costa. He plays in France for Girondins Bordeaux. Kleber, Bonalginho. I'll tell you what, I really like what Isaac Okoronkwo has done for Nigeria in the back. Maybe the next Taribo West. Emerson, Eduardo Costa, Bonalginho, Kikajinho. Lucio. 80th minute, Nigeria unable to cut into Brazil's lead from halftime, 2-0. 10 minutes left to go. Kleber. Oh, Hikajinho, perfectly left ball. The save in Yama, it's not done. What a shot from Adriano! Interesting, some of the Nigerian supporters extremely disappointed, some just amazed by the Brazilian flair. Look at that ball. That net's been shattered. Shoot, Shadubi. All three forwards that have seen action in this match have scored for Brazil. That's the way it's supposed to be done. Nigeria 0, Brazil 3. It's not been a good day for JJ Okocha and company. And now Brazil get a little more defensive. Out comes Kleber. And in comes Gilberto. It is not the Gilberto who plays at Arsenal. This is the Gilberto who played at Grêmio, who was a late replacement of Fabio Aurelio, the defender from Valencia in Spain, who was injured. Free kick opportunity for Nigeria. Okocha will step up to the ball. Okocha. It was under the post but wide. Well, Cameroon, Turkey, and the United States, beware. Brazil are coming. And even though you may not have some of the big names, it's going to be a very difficult team to beat. Brazil opened the Confederations Cup on the 19th of June in Saint-Denis against Cameroon. They then play on the 21st against the United States. This cross comes in. Obodo gets his header to it. And then on the 23rd in Saint-Etienne, Brazil take on Turkey. 8 teams begin. They will be pared down to 4, beginning on the 26th of June. In Group A, the favorites certainly are the host, France. The other teams, New Zealand, Japan, and Colombia, hard to pick who will finish second. I guess good money would be on Colombia to do that, especially Japan not playing well lately. And New Zealand, just a newcomer to all this. They may have the advantage of being the hungry side heading into that Group A. Colombia not looking good at all, although they were shorthanded on Saturday in Spain, tying Ecuador 0-0. So this Confederations Cup could be wide open, although Brazil looks like they would have very good money to win it. France, of course, the holders of the Confederation Cup, so you can't count them out either. Here's Adriano. Slices one in, no problem for Enyama, who, unable to come up with that shot earlier on, led to the 3rd goal. Okocha. Stops, starts. Obodo. Instead of a sticky bind, but Brazil shirts everywhere. Ronaldinho away from Sei Olopinjana. Icajinho. Little goose step. Now Gilberto. Olopinjana. Ginta. Udeze. Okocha. Oh. He's played well. Unfortunately, Nigeria unable to get the goal they were looking for. Picked up by former PSG teammate Ronaldinho. And we'll have a stoppage to get 2 more subs to come in. Brazil are going to bring in Fabio Luciano, Corinthians defender. Nigeria set to bring in striker Chukwudi and Worgu. Ronaldinho. Hello, Adriano. Space for Adriano. Running in front of that one was Nkide. Now it falls for Olofinjana. Here's the man who just came in, Fabio Luciano, another member of that Corinthian side. Well represented here. From Sao Paulo. Emerson offside, Ronaldinho. Udeze. Nigeria just looking for something positive. A goal. Okocha. He's done it again! What a ball! Machida makes the save! Here comes Lawal! The man who just missed that shot, Nworgu. Okocha. Doesn't have to run anymore, he just walks up to the attack and he gets around. That time he does lose it, but it's been a rarity where he has. Adriano. Oh, Adriano! What a run! How did he get out of that? To be defended by two and to just dust them, leave them in your wake. That second touch eluded him and it was covered by Enyama, who's seen some lovely touches of the ball here in the last 30 seconds. Olofinjana. Cutting across Nworgu. Still with it. Flips it up for Lawal. Nworgu, Okocha. Almost getting it over the head of Gilberto. Brazil with it now as we're about to head into the 90th minute here at the Abuja National Stadium. Gagino, Carlo Adriano. Free kick Brazil. An entertaining match, yes indeed. Mainly thanks to Brazil, but Nigeria have shown the flair on occasion, which shows that it's there. They just couldn't get it going today. They were outclassing Brazil even for a while there in the first half. The goals came and pretty much took them out of the game. They were chasing 2 goals for most of the second half until Adriano's goal once and for all put it out of reach. Still a lot to work with if you're Christian Chukwu. Would not be surprised at all if Nigeria raises the African Nations trophy. On Alginia. Straight into Enyama. Olofinjana. All eyes turn to our referee from Ghana, Alex Corte. Gagino. Emerson. Gilberto. He'll get to the end of this. Contact there from Okoronkwo. We're into the second minute of stoppage time. Brazil will win this friendly and head into the Confederations Cup with a lot of momentum. Gilberto and Yama helping his stat line here by making a couple late saves. He's only had to make one otherwise, having 3 goals get by him. Really only one goal you could take the blame for. That was the third one. And Worgu commits the foul. Lucio. Fabio Luciano. Emerson. Killing off the game here, Brazil. They may still put together their efforts and get one more shot. Levisão. Eduardo Costa. Lucio. Fabio Luciano. 3 minutes of stoppage time now complete. Gida. Emerson. That one up ahead will eventually roll out of play. And that is the end of this friendly in the Abuja National Stadium in the capital city of Nigeria. Brazil too much. They had a 3rd goal here in the second half. Outdistanced Nigeria. The final score, Nigeria 0, Brazil 3.